Oh my fucking god, I just noticed I weren't even fucking recording, so I pretty much just sat through some of this fucking guy's videos without even fucking recording it, mate. Oh my fucking days, what a divvy. But basically this guy's an absolute joke. And pretty much everyone's just talking about him and saying how much that they want this guy behind bars. And yeah, I am going to misgender this guy because he's probably not actually trans. And some people are probably going to tell me that I'm transphobic. I'm not. I don't hate trans people. I don't give a shit if someone's trans. I have trans friends. I just don't give a shit. Not about this guy. Anyway, let's go again. This one.
Recently, some green apples have decided that they don't like being called green.
Why not, mate? And also, how the fuck can an apple speak? It's an inanimate object, mate. Already you make no sense.
They say that it's offensive and that they prefer to be called biological apples. But if
Yeah, sure.
you call a green apple a biological apple, then you're indirectly saying that red apples are just pretending, like they're not actually apples or weird somehow.
Well, mate, they are. It doesn't make sense that you're saying this because this makes no sense because it's not the same as being cis and trans.
Well, that's simply not true. The word green is just an adjective that modifies the noun apple. Adjectives are important because they tell us about the differences between two similar things. Just like chocolate can modify ice cream.
I don't
or
understand.
pepperoni can modify pizza.
He's
no
just
one's
yapping.
saying that there isn't a cosmetic difference between these two. I mean, look at them. And yes, they do
There is a difference, the colour.
have slightly different DNA. But it's impossible to argue that green is more of an apple than red. And why would you argue that
How on earth does this have anything to do with trans and cis?
in the first place? It's not like the existence of red apples takes something away from
It's just not the same, mate.
green apples. If anything, apples would be stronger as a group if they united against banana misogyny.
Shut the fuck up. I've heard this like 3 times now, but it's just so fucking cringe. What does this even mean?
So to all the green apples out there, us calling you cis, I mean green,
I don't give a shit.
just like you calling us trans, I mean red, is not
What the fuck?
an adjective. Red apples are your sisters, not your competition. Some green
See, it just makes no sense. It really doesn't. And anyway, let's. I haven't.
When did you realize your son
This
was
is
a monster?
this is one that I
do not
haven't.
have a child. When did you realize your son was a monster?
Well, she probably hasn't because she doesn't watch your videos, and thank God. Because if she did, she'd fucking disown me.
How do you feel about my chosen name? If you were to rename
She probably doesn't give a shit. She probably doesn't give a shit about you being trans because she just does not care.
me, what would you choose?
I think Lily's a beautiful name, and I don't have the right to rename you. You are an adult who chose a beautiful name, and I accept that.
Did I push being trans on you?
No, she just does not care. She's like every human, well, most humans who just do not care if someone is trans because no one should care.
With my liberal ideology?
No, you do. I'm a proud cis man.
Okay. It's not a lifestyle for you?
It's just not who I am, but it really is who she is, and I love her and I accept her.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how disappointed are you in me, and why is it 10?
Well, she's going to be disappointed when she finds out that you're going to get in jail. This is a disgusting one, which we will not be looking at that.
That is fancy looking. Cool.
The bottle is from Thailand.
Coconut bread from Thailand. Cool. Oh, ma'am.
Shut up!
And
Screaming intensely because you got fucking misgendered. Well, guess what? That man's gonna be screaming intensely when he fucking loses a job thanks to you.
the middle one is from India. It's papadoma de ginger pancake. And the first is from Brazil.
No longer wanting bread. Well, aren't you just a fucking waster?
Thank you. This totally sucks the joy out of his bread power. It makes me want to immediately leave.
Show this fucker to a group of starving kids in Ethiopia. See how they react. They're gonna be fucking jealous that this guy gets to pass up this shit.
Because I no longer feel like safe here. It's like, oh, my guard now has to be up. I'm not going to enjoy this bread as much as the bread is. We should be able to go places and not have to worry. I don't think I really want this bread tower, actually. I think I'd rather...
Yeah, of course you don't, because being misgendered automatically ruins your appetite.
I have to check. That's okay. I think that's the training. They're supposed to say friend, or just not.
They're supposed to say friend. Mate, shut the fuck up. Look at your mini ears.
It's like a pretty big thing that Disney has done. Nothing was wrong with Fred. I just don't want it anymore.
I just don't want it anymore. Mate, shut the fuck up. They don't want you anymore. Get out of there.
They apologize. Doesn't mean she doesn't feel sad. Exactly, right? Like, do you accidentally ever hurt someone and say, I'm so sorry, it was an accident? Do you expect them to be like, oh, it was an accident, of course.
Yes. Everyone expects it to be like that.
No problem whatsoever. All of that hurt is now on us.
Well, that's how it works in the real world. You don't understand that though, because you're a rage baiter. You're doing this for views and attention.
It's okay. I'd love to pay for the drink.
He's gonna that drink's on him. You know why? Because he's gonna lose his job. Thanks to this guy.
You know, are you sure? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That is fancy looking.
This guy is quite literally taking advantage of innocent people. Oh, and not to mention all the times where he talks about inappropriate topics in when there's kids around. Oh, and also, he takes pictures in Disney World bathrooms, also when there's kids around. So, very nice man. Or woman, whatever the fuck. I like how this video is called Just Be Nice. You're probably not fucking nice to people around you.
I know there are people out there who are hell-bent on never, ever being accommodating to trans people. Like, I will never...
Yeah, and that's called being transphobic, but guess what? That's not most people. That's a very small amount of people who are actually just vile. Kinda like you.
Call you by those pronouns. You will never have my respect or whatever it is. And, like, is that really worth it to you? Putting all of that effort to be
Mate, they probably don't fucking care about your respect, I'm not gonna lie.
nasty? Because if we meet and you call me by the wrong pronouns, it's gonna be a...
Oh, so calling someone by the wrong pronouns, even if it's an accident, that's transphobic, is it? Okay, now we know. Now we know that you're not actually talking about genuine transphobic people, but just normal people instead. So it's pretty much the whole world against you now.
confrontation, and I don't think you want that. I think you just want to go about your day. I want to go about my day.
Then fucking get out of here.
Don't want to have to be upset about getting misgendered, and I know you don't want to purposefully upset people. And if you do want to purposefully upset people, then you need to look in the mirror.
You're purposefully upsetting people.
And ask yourself why. Why am I like this? Why do I want to make people's lives harder? Why don't I want to lift up my fellow people? Like, who raised y'all?
Who raised you?
Made you so hateful and upset? God forbid you have children and raise them to want to make people miserable.
Well, that's pretty ironic, because people hope you don't have children because of the inappropriate topics you say around them.
Especially if it's something as simple as not using a couple of words. And to be clear, we're not saying that you can never use the words sir or ma'am. We're just asking that you don't use those words until you know which one we prefer.
Oh, shut up.
That's it. And if someone asks me to call them a certain set of pronouns, I'm just going to call them that.
You ask for so much, yet you have no decency for children.
Even if it seemed a little weird to me, which to be clear, it doesn't. But even if it did, whatever. Just do it. Who cares? Be nice. The world is hard enough already. Be nice.
How about you be nice to children? There's so much shit here. Honestly. In fact, let's watch the self-driving car.
Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison.
America providing life-saving healthcare to someone who's in this country illegally is precisely what makes us great. We can only lead the world if we lead by example. And that means taking care of people. People who might never have access to this kind of healthcare in
There's
their
anyone
own
who should be
country.
yapping
If
about
we
this,
deny
why is it him?
immigrant healthcare just because... Welcome back.
Now she wants...
How do you do that? How do you unlock the doors? Like...
Oh wow, driving car.
That's wild.
Yeah. How do you do that?
This is probably the only somewhat normal video this guy's uploaded. But even then, a self-driving car is pretty fucking weird. Okay, what is this? Trans women in the bathroom. Please tell me in the men's bathroom.
If the men find out we can shapeshift, they're going to
What?
tell the church. If
What the fuck was that?
Come here. Trans women are more afraid of you in the bathroom than you are of us.
I don't think so, mate. The reason why a trans woman might be afraid in the women's bathroom is because they shouldn't be in there. They're biological men.
We see what is being said about us, that we are supposedly these predators that are going into bathrooms.
Well, not all of you are predators, but the thing is, how can a woman tell if a biological man in the women's bathroom is a predator or not? She cannot tell, so why not just ban all biological men from the women's bathroom? Like, do you see how it works? Do you see how it makes sense now?
To do unspeakable things to innocent people. Obviously, that's not true, but it doesn't matter because people who don't know any better believe it's true. And that means that every time we step foot in a woman's bathroom, there's fear.
I don't know, I think you're breaking a law there.
Fear that someone will attack us or accuse us of...
Fear that someone will attack you. Mate, if there's anyone doing the attacking, it's probably someone faking being a woman. And I'm not saying that all trans women are faking being a woman, because that would, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, some men are just faking being women for attention or to be creepy.
Something we didn't do. But why don't we just use the men's room, you say?
Well, because you're a biological man.
Because it's about more than just the bathrooms. This is about...
Why does it even matter which bathroom you use? Like, oh my days. Just use the men's bathroom. Like, why does it matter?
the world accepting us for the women that we are. And that's a battle we won't...
Not letting a biological man in the women's bathroom. How is that not accepting a trans woman as being a woman? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean that doesn't mean we're not saying you cannot be a woman. We're not saying that.
Won't back down from. Not just for us, but for young trans people who are growing up in a world that refuses to accept they exist. So
Who's refusing to accept that they exist? Oh, and also, if you're on about trans children, like, they don't exist, mate.
So if you see a trans woman in the bathroom, there's no need to freak out. We're just there to pee and scroll on our phones for maybe a little bit too long and then go about our day, just like you.
No.
Come here.
We didn't pick this fight. What are you on about? What is this man on about? What's this?
Oh my god!
What is this? Oh yeah, because your hair grew about 30 inches in a week. I don't really understand this. I don't really get what the point of this is. I mean, it's quite literally just you showing your hair getting longer. I mean, I've let my hair grow longer since I last cut it. Should I make a video about that? Okay, that was inappropriate, mate. Oh, I just realised these are fucking clips from some of the worst videos that he's done. Wow, that was really fucking worth a minute of my life, weren't it? And what do you mean just getting started? You started like 36 months ago. Okay, what the fuck is this? Is this just live streams, mate? 2 hours of trying Indian food. Honestly, I think that video is probably just him insulting India. Trying airport food. Disney World, mate. This is probably like one of the worst Disney adults. You should lose your privileges of being a Disney adult. Like, genuinely. Oh, and they... How many Disney videos have they made? I don't even get this. There's so much shit. Too much shit to comprehend. Keeps going on. More Disney. Anyway, I've seen way too much. Like, this is actually just far too much. Far too much for me. I need to stop this shit. See ya.